Ignore the hater.
Hey. Welcome to Skrilltown Talk. It's your boy, Mr. Skrilltown himself, aka Fetty Skrills. Tonight, we are excited. We have national award winning gospel lyricist, Eturnul. How you doing?
Hey.
She has her hot new single called The Messenger. And it got that sample, who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? That is, hey, it's a vibe. I like it. We've been networking back and forth. Her song is on my show as well. But let me tell you a little bit about Eturnul. She is an international influencer, a multinational award winner, gospel lyricist, and inspirational speaker. She's on. It's like about her is that she's on a mission to impact the world in a positive way with a catchy twist. Like I said, her new hit single is "The Messenger" featuring Angelique Jonelle and DJ Matt Cummings. And as far as awards and accomplishments, she's a songwriter and performer in 2002 of two songs on the Xbox Gravity games. Wow. Um,
Yeah.
in 2016, she was a Prestige Award winner for Gospel Rap Artist of the Year. 2018, she had the Power Award, 805 South with Young Black in Business. 2019, National Artist of the Year for the Texas Gospel Excellent. 2019, she got another National Artist Award for Gospel Rap Artist of the Year. And then 2019, the VIGA Hip Hop Video of the Year. 2020, the Praise Factor Award, Season 13 Hip Hop Artist of the Year with a feature. And then in 2021, the River Award Hip Hop Artist of the Year. So Eturnul was born and rooted from the urban community of Southeast San Diego. From living a fast street life to being delivered and blessed with a second chance, she's given God the glory, living to spread gospel of Jesus Christ. Her music is proven outreach, which bridges a gap long desired between the wise and youthful generation. Eturnul has chose to live her life educating, encouraging, and empowering others to live a positive lifestyle. She has graced the stage locally and globally. She is now on a mission to impact the world in a positive way. And then, if you were to ask to describe the lifestyle and music in three words, she would say God or nothing. So, like I said, we have Eturnul. Oh, we just lost her. Let's see if we can get her back. But yeah, she's hot. Her music's hot. The video, The Messenger, is hot. She's doing a lot, and she's very lyrical. So for those that don't think, because I got another group that I'm real good friends with. We like family, the Browns. They're another gospel group that they're very lyrical with their music. So like I said, once again, we're okay. There she go. Let's see. And we are back. We have these technical
Hey,
difficulties from time.
technical. Yeah, I'm fine. They said we got a big storm coming. I just seen a post about it. So I
Oh,
don't know if that has anything to do with it, if it's on my end or what, but usually it's
hmm
pretty good.
that's all right. That's all right. So yeah, Eternal. I was telling the listeners that you're very lyrical, and sometimes people they think that just because you're rapping gospel that you can't be lyrical, and I say that's not true. Your video is popping. You're very lyrical with the messenger. You give a message in that song. Um,
Right.
Stephen White said, "Hey sis, congrats."
Hey, bro. Hey, that's the producer right there.
Oh,
For the
okay.
track,
What's up, man?
there's two Stephen Whites. You know, you got Steve OG. I don't know if it's Steve D White or Steve L White, but shout out to both of them.
Hmm.
Amazing producers out of the San Diego. They are legends, so I want to send a big shout out to them. They got heat.
All day. So tell us about how you got your start.
Oh man, I've been rapping. I've been writing lyrics since I was younger. I used to do street music, gangster
Hmm.
music. I wasn't always an angel,
Right,
but
right, yeah.
I was a big influence, in my community, and I always had certain morals and values that I believed in and went by. And eventually, I made up my mind that I wanted to be on God's side, and I wanted to set an example, for my family, my community, my children, and others' children,
Mm-hmm.
and the world. So I knew that I had a calling on my life, and I knew I was supposed to be a leader in that way. And so here I am.
Yeah.
I did, like I said, I did a lot of underground music. Years ago, I wasn't really trying to, get to the fame. It was a passion, and I was good at it. And I know I could be used to, just empower and encourage others.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
now we live by the 3 E's: educate, encourage, and empower. And so we send a message. We always add a health element, like when we have our events, and then
Mm-hmm.
empower, uplift people, because a lot of people are dealing with depression, don't think they're good enough. The world with the distractions and the media and the social media, people feel they're
Mm-hmm.
not good enough. You know what I mean? And so that's what we're here. We're here to encourage people, and that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
So what took place, and you don't have to really go into detail, but which, caused you to choose the gospel instead of the streets?
Well, I already, like, a lot of my music would be hold on one moment, please.
Mm-hmm. Tap in, tap in. Don't go nowhere. We got your girl Eturnul on the line. Like I said, if you don't know, you will find out soon. She got a lot of hot music, and she got a lot of hot music on the way. Okay, she's back. She's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I wanted to close the window. It was a lot of noise over there.
Oh,
So
that's fine.
you were saying what made me choose? Well, from the beginning, as a kid, I always was like into, like, civil rights, a lot of our culture on, like, why we went through the things we went through. So I
Mm-hmm.
was involved with a lot of positive things as well. I just ended up adventuring to the street life, got
Yeah,
exposed to things that, I believe there's always two sides to people.
yeah, yeah.
And so I ended up getting distracted from that. But there was lots of things that happened in my life. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know, like, how I'm sitting here today. It has to be God grace, because, you know,
Amen. Yeah.
I know that he had to be watching over me to get out of the situations that I was in.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't take that life for granted. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
that's kind of like what the messenger is about: bringing the love back to the village, bringing the love of God back to the village, giving people a memory of when, we did more uplifting and protecting each other than going out and shooting each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much it. I always wanted to live for God, but I had no really understanding or knowledge of it, and around people that knew a little more than me, whether it was
Yeah.
about the word of God. I thought, hey, if I make this money out here hustling, doing whatever, long as
Mm-hmm.
I take care of my kids with it, pay bills, and treat people right, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I thought I was living a righteous life. But I found out that, hey, man, I'm poisoning my community,
Yeah.
and I'm contradicting what I thought I believed. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to make some corrections and some adjustments. And we all grow. Everybody grow up, during their time in their season, and they realize, hey, I gotta, you know, I gotta take responsibilities for my actions. So I started taking responsibilities for my actions. A lot of my
Yeah.
homies to run with, a lot of them is doing life. They got caught
See?
up,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they doing L's, and those was my riders. Shout out to the
Right.
ones who locked down. And
Yep. No doubt.
so I thank God I could be a voice, even to encourage them. Even
Mm-hmm.
those guys encourage me and tell me to keep doing what I'm doing. They need somebody on, pushing the right thing, praying, for
Mm-hmm.
the right thing, praying for them, praying for their kids, family,
Mm-hmm.
community. So, you know, um, that's pretty much it, man. I just made some adjustments. I always believed in God. I just had to make a relationship. It take two.
Yeah.
You can't, it can't be just one person participating. So that's kind
Right.
of like what it was. It was like, I believe God, but I'm not gonna participate. I just want Him to show up when I need Him.
Right.
You feel
When
me?
I
And so
need them.
now it's like, hold up, let me put in some work. So that's where the faith without works. Now it's I got faith plus I'm putting in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So, you're in a big, well, busy, high volume area out in California. So what type of challenges have you had just in music in general, as an artist? I think we froze up. Okay, we having some technical difficulties. Um, but it's kind of like what she said about, you gotta give love to the ones that are locked up, because when you grow up in that type of environment, a lot of people will tell you that, even the bad guys have good hearts. So, like for me, a lot of the guys that I grew up with that ended up either not making it or, being sent up, locked up, they looked out for me. They told me that they didn't want me to be what they were. And so with me, in particular, it was like I had a choice. I had either choice to listen to them and not go in that direction after I bumped my head a couple of times, or not listen to them and end up in the same situation that they were in or they are in. And I chose to listen to them, and they chose to look out for me during that time. And so that's why I like what Eternal's doing, because even though music is, very fast paced, very trendy, and, ever growing, you still got to have that message. It's still all about teaching others. And, I think our society is, that's one of the things where it's been disappointing that they can teach us all this, fugazi stuff, fake stuff, for those who don't know what that means. But they don't really do a lot of teaching on what's really going on. And that's why when I deal with a lot of people throughout the industry, the new up and comers, they don't understand what I be talking, my philosophy, because they only see what's on TV, and 90% of that stuff is fake. So of course, when you are trying to educate them and say, nah, we can't do it like that, or that's not the way it's really done, and so forth, they're like, nah, I see it on TV, or I heard it on this or TikTok, blah blah blah. Okay, she's back. She's back. But
Hey, they said they was having technical difficulties.
they really having them. But that's all right though, because
Do you
I was
get
just
the message? It's like a yellow message that comes up.
I didn't get it. Nah, I didn't even get it. That's all right though.
Man,
I was just telling the viewers that I like that you're bringing the message, and the fact that you're keeping it real, because a lot of times, and you probably see it more than others out in California, that it's not what it seems, in the
right.
industry. Like people, they'll put on a real good show, but after the show is over, it's back to reality. So,
Well,
I was just
it's
asking
real
about
life
that.
out here.
Yeah, I was just
It's
asking about your challenges and what you've had to face being an artist out there.
being an indie artist is always a challenge, because you have to create your own lane. You have to do a lot of learning. You
Hmm.
have to connect with the right people. Marketing is very important, which a lot of artists don't really understand.
Hmm. Hmm.
That you do have to invest in yourself. You do have to listen. You do have to take constructive criticism. The post you did earlier was very important for artists
Yeah,
to be able to hear, because the talent, there's millions of people with talent, but it's more business, and it's more
yeah.
like 90% business, you know, and
Hmm.
10% of your talent. And so,
Yeah.
and being faithful to it, like, putting the grind in, putting the work in. Don't, you know, um, being dependable, being reliable, you know what I'm saying? And staying
Hmm.
relevant, like you said,
Yeah.
very, very important. And that's pretty much what you need. That those were the
Hmm.
challenges. Being in Cali, what I found is that, my people here, they supported me, um, but not on the level where I really need to make, um, effectiveness in the
Yeah.
world, to reach the world. I had to leave San Diego to like the Texas, and
Yeah.
go visit Georgia. Go to these different places. Go to Vegas. Rub elbows and shake hands. I remember one pastor saying, if you don't go all the time, go at least once and see what it's about,
Yeah.
and I found that, my territories open when I was open to leave home, which is really hard for a lot of artists. But
Mhm.
I love performing. I've performed at a lot of the local places, but um, they done heard the message. I want
Yeah.
to go to the highways and byways. I want to go to places where people, never heard me. I want to go reach those people. And so when I
Mhm.
was able to get out and travel and get out of my comfort zone, that's when the reach is now growing. And so 2022, I'm looking forward to it because I'm working on some stuff with my son. I've
Mm.
learned some more stuff. That's what I've been sucking up during COVID. I've been
Yeah.
working. I'm not even gonna lie, like COVID been set tripping, but I've been working during COVID. I've been
Man.
I've been working like, hey, when we come up out of this, I gotta have this, that together. Let me make sure I do this, get this paperwork done, make sure I got these,
Yeah.
everything, getting the business stuff together, building the credit, perfect time, build a business credit so you can have some capital. Because if you're an indie artist without no funds, you can't do it with your paycheck and then you got a family and kids.
Right.
It's not, you can't, it's not gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you got to find a second way to bring in income, or find a financial investor or sponsor that is willing to team up with you, and y'all get it in that way. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's the challenges. I think finances was a really hard challenge in marketing, and connecting with the right people,
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
like minds, um
That's and
and
see, you shooting some real game because like it's a lot easy for me to talk to people when they first contact me and say, hey, this is what I want to do. I got all these songs, and blah blah blah. But like you just said, you're dependent on a paycheck to finance your career, and you still got responsibilities before you finance your career.
it
You know what I'm
can't, that
saying?
check can't be for that. It don't work. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
for someone that has two checks, like a husband and a wife, and then the wife or the husband is in agreement with the ministry and business, because that also causes
yeah,
issues with the family.
yeah,
So, but for a single parent that's really carrying all the weight of her home, and for me and my children,
yeah,
I get a little help, but not much. So I have to have a second grind to be able to
hmm,
invest into the business, because I have to make sure we keep a roof over our head and the bills paid.
yeah,
So
yeah. And see, that's what, and,
um
and being like you hit it on the nose. Being a parent is a whole nother situation because a lot of people don't know with me, the reason that I put music down for a long time, from what was that, '08 to 2019, was because I decided that I had to raise my family. You know what I'm saying? I had
right,
my kids were little. I was getting pushback from, exes and so forth. And it was like, look, you can go out here and you can perform every weekend. But
right,
what about when, and in my particular situation, I'm gonna keep it 100. My stove went out and it
right,
was gonna cost X amount of dollars. And like I said, I had a record company with artists, and we was performing every weekend, different places, and so forth. And what ended up happening is I couldn't afford to finance a new stove, and I was like, "What am I gonna do?" And then I was getting pushback, from my ex at the time that was saying that, "Hey, you need to let this music thing go." So going back to our interview, how important is it to have not only support but to also be responsible if you're going to do this with a family?
And I would always say, because I got a lot of bros, I got a lot of sis, I got bros, they married, and I always say, going into, for me, I haven't been in a relationship for some years now, but now
Hmm.
that I've learned a lot of things from my past relations, a lot of stuff, a lot of strife, a lot of jealousy, a lot of not understanding the calling. And so now, I say, hey, these are the things that you probably would want to know before you get in a relationship. And then once you're in a relationship, you have to remember your responsibilities as a father, as a man, as a husband
Hmm.
first, and hopefully you're able to share that passion. Hopefully the wife, or she sees this before you guys, had got together, and say,
Yeah.
hey, this is what I want to do, honey, this business. And even though she might not be a rapper or whatever, maybe she can play another part with help running the business, make it
Yeah.
watching your back, making sure you're good. It's always an area, a lot of people think like the music. No, I need protection. I need a
Yeah.
man to be picking up all this product I got. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm like, you don't have to do music or nothing, but just you helping me set up and being there to, for me to feel protected or whatever, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, Being secure, a lot of times in ministry music, a lot of people are insecure. You get out, you get to seeing people, they think you doing this and doing that. And so it's really good to have the foundation before you even get loose with your music. This is what I want to do. You find somebody that you are involved with. They understand what you do before you guys even get into any type of entanglement. And I
Yeah.
know that now there's questions and stuff that I would rather ask now because of
Yeah.
that. But you got to have a balance. You got to have a balance. And and it's not saying that you guys won't go through a struggle with the music, like say with you needed the stove and she was in agreement with the business, then it's something y'all would have had to probably strategize together. Like, how we gonna make this happen? Okay, we're gonna have to make sure the stove happen before we move on with
Yeah.
anything else. This is the bottom line. You can't go on tour and your stove broke unless you go take your family. What I
Right.
found is that
Right.
all of my children are gifted, and so I plan for them to go. When I go, they can go. That's
Yeah.
how I work with you. So it's perfect. And the
Yeah.
people, they ask about my kids more than me. They be like, you bring in J2, you bring in Yanni. So they
Uh-huh.
love my kids. So,
Yeah.
include them. I would say anyone doing ministry, anything, even though your husband or wife doesn't do anything, some kind of way include them so they don't feel like they're not a part of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Because they do and I could see it from both ends that someone could feel that they don't belong or they're not important no more because when you go do your music and everything, they're not included.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Even if they don't want to go, at least invite them. If
And you
she
hit
don't
it.
want to go, say, hey, I'm gonna take the boys or the girls with me. They want to go, hey, let them go. They want to help out, let them do the merch. You're showing them how to run a business. Let them work the merch table. Let them make a couple of dollars. Show them responsibility, making positive money. Any kind of way you can implement the kids into whatever you do, and not necessarily they always got to be involved like that. But hey, if you're an indie artist, it
Right.
goes down like that a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It goes down like that a lot. And so you might as well teach them how, to be business owners, how to, manage business,
Yeah.
accounting. They learn all kind of stuff, They learn. My son know how to do it all. My son, if I don't take no product, he'll be over there with him a little cash register dancing and everything, making
Right.
making his
You're
own money.
hustling.
He's like, wait a minute, you
Yeah.
supposed to be over here. I thought you was gonna help me work the table. He said, Mom, I'm dancing. He done went and started his own business, okay? After the event. And believe me, and make money too.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
And those are just
business
suggestions.
minded.
It's not necessarily they got to do it, but we got to strategize. Like, what could it be? I
Yeah.
would definitely not want to get with a guy that doesn't believe in me or see anything, great in me. That would be like whack. Like, why am I with him?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
I need somebody that's gonna pump me up, that's gonna help me be the best queen that I could be,
Yeah.
push me to my limit. Yeah, tell me when I could be better. Yes, tell me. I don't want just a yes man, but I want someone that believe me and say you could even do better. I could see you, growing higher, doing this, doing
Yeah.
that. That's what I need. So that's what I would always say. Always include, and ask them, what they think,
Yeah.
their thoughts do, matter, and
Yeah.
their feelings and emotions, and women, we emotional. So, you guys hold y'all emotion in, men, y'all hold y'all emotion
Yeah.
in.
We
But
let it out the wrong time though, but yeah,
yeah, and
we
so
will hold it.
sometimes we just get into situations and then we eventually be like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't know it was going to be like that. Because it's a new experience,
Yeah. Yeah.
to experience. Even artists, they get involved with it. They say they want to do this and do that until they find out the responsibility that they got to do. They want
Yep.
everybody to do the work. But when it's time for them to do the work, they can't comprehend that. And they like, hold up. They think it's, all creams and dandy. No, these dudes that signed it for big money, you best believe they putting in work. That's why they dropping albums after albums and
Yeah.
videos after videos. And it ain't no being lazy. It's not no this and no that. You know, the industry definitely ain't going for that. They're not wasting no money. So you know,
Right,
so
right. And that's what they don't understand. That's why I was, saying when you had cut out the first time, I was like, just because you see this on TV with everybody iced out and luxury cars and purses and all that other stuff, that money's coming from somewhere. And if
yeah,
they've given you that money, they best believe that they
you
want
putting
it
in
back.
work. You
Yeah,
you
three
ain't
times over.
you're not missing all this radio show, everything, all this all the time, and not being responsible. No, you're not. You know, you're
Right.
not. Or you get fired, or maybe they might collect on your insurance policy. Who knows what they do? But they ain't wasting. You not wasting their money.
Nah, they gonna get their money. Oh, let's see. Might have cut out a little bit. Yeah, they most definitely gonna get their money. Let's see. Yeah, it froze up a little bit. Um, and a lot of times it's just like anything else. They give you an advance. That's exactly what it's called. I mean, that's exactly what it means. It's an advance. It's not your money. Now, of course, you utilize it like it's yours. And if you were smart, you would build off that money and make as much product as you can to build and to get that revenue back in. But don't just be like some and blow the money and not have the product and be broke, and then you can't restructure the deal or nothing like that, because that'll be exactly what happens. And you lose a lot of faith from people, because if you're a hot artist and you get a big advancement, and then you bring out some trash or something, then it's hard to rebound from that. It's hard to bounce back, and that's what people don't understand. It's like when you go to the league, professional sports, and if they gave you, like back in the day with NBA and stuff like that, they used to give those huge contracts to rookies, and then they finally figured it out that after a while it just wasn't worth it, because a lot of those rookies wouldn't pan out, but that money was already gone. So now they do it where they have a minimum. Of course, they got steps where, so if you're in the first round, the top 10 picks or whatever, you get this amount of money per pick. And then after that, it's kind of like negotiable. But, well, it's the same thing. It's like, if they give you a whole bunch of money up front and you bring out a trash project, you will never get a contract like that again. You'll never get that type of money again. So the best bet is to take what they give you, build off of it, and like, Eternal said, just make music, use the money that they gave you to promote yourself and market and so forth. Okay, she's back. Let's see. She's back. Yeah, California, man, y'all out there. That wind must really be blowing today, boy.
Man, I ain't had no trouble with my what's the name. It's been running pretty good. I don't know what's going on.
That's all right. That's all. People still tuning in. So what we got to say must
Yeah,
be good. So before I get you off here, I want to talk about 2022 and what you got in store for us.
definitely. I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be dropping a project February. Also dropping a video for a track called Vacation. So look for the new video upcoming. Look for a lot of stuff with Jay Movell, Lil J2.
Okay.
The album is gonna be nice. I took some tracks that was really making some traction and added them to some new singles. So I'll be doing a listening party, an exclusive listening party for the new tracks to see
Wow.
what the people really like right before we drop it.
Mm-hmm.
And the album is called Message for You. Yeah. So
Okay.
um, also the radio station I supposed to be launching, not an actual radio station, but I'll be doing a radio show. So
Nice.
it's gonna be like Talk With Me Tuesdays and Recap Fridays. So make sure y'all stay tuned to that. We're gonna be, playing nothing but music with a message, but
Yeah.
interviewing artists and entrepreneurs and business owners,
Yeah.
whoever come on and got something positive to say that might, can empower somebody. We're gonna
Yeah.
be, showing their stuff, and so yeah, I'm excited. We got to play in January that we're a part of, the BU play. And so I'm
Mm.
excited about that. With Pastor Cooper, First Lady Cooper, and they whole team, Junkyard
Mhm.
Dance Crew, a lot of us. So we're gonna be getting it in. And man, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of
Yeah, you
announcements, but
busy, man. That's good.
that's the main thing right there, though. That album message for you. Make sure y'all follow me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Stay connected. Let's collab. I need to come out there and see you.
yeah, all
I've
day.
never been there. Is it snowing out there right now?
It will be tonight, but we ain't
Whew.
had none yet. But it will be tonight.
Man,
Yeah.
I ain't
So
never really been to the snow. I seen some little Vegas snow,
for
you know,
real,
but
Y-
not no
real
real
snow.
snow. Yeah, not
Oh,
no real snow. I want to, grab the,
yeah,
snowball,
yeah, huh?
knock somebody else side of the head with one.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? No, So, but that'd
yeah.
be nice. But definitely, I definitely want to come out there.
Mm-hmm.
Connect. I know a couple people out there, but I've never been there before. So definitely a
No
state I'm gonna
doubt.
have to come check out.
So tell us where we can find you at on social media. All the
Definitely. If you could see my name there at I'm Eternal. Eternal is spelled Eturnul. If you guys are wondering why I spelled it like that, I spelled it like that because I wanted to represent not me, but the God I serve. And it means endure, truth, understand, receive, nourish, unconditional love. That's a love that
wow.
God has for us. You can follow me on all social media, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. I
Yeah.
don't even know if I said
You
that
on
right,
LinkedIn?
but at I'm Eternal.
Okay.
IMETURNUL. No A's. I'm IMETURNUL. And for booking, you can email at we805south at gmail.com. We805south at gmail.com.
We 805 South. You heard it from her first. So yeah, we want to thank you for giving us this opportunity in that weird weather out there in California. But we want to
Was
thank
just sunny and now it's like gloomy. And then I seen a little post that said that a heavy storm coming. So I'm like, okay.
yeah, well, you be
Um,
safe.
but we wanted some rain, but you got to be careful what you ask
Yeah,
for.
yeah, yo. I wouldn't want nothing right now. Not the way the technical difficulties is going out there. I wouldn't be wanting nothing. So tell
Man,
everybody about your show tonight before we get off.
my show that I'm going to be on tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be with Lyric and some other artists. We're coming on together. She's out there in ATL. Miss Lyric, shout out to her, LaShawn brother. She might be on a post, but we're all coming together from different states. It's gonna be a 2-night thing tonight, and then tomorrow is gonna be a performance. And so we'll be live. You know what I mean? We'll be live with she and Pop.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, California got some horrible weather right now. It seems like so you heard it first. Check out Eturnul, ETURNUL on all social media platforms. Hopefully we can let's see. Let me see if I can get her back on. Hopefully we can get her back on before the show ends. But yeah, like I said, we want to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope everybody had okay. I think this. Let's see. Is she back? No. Hopefully you all have a happy New Year's. Be safe out there. Remember what goes up will come down. So be careful where you're at. Check out the hot new mixtape that will drop at 11:55 p.m. everywhere. Grind hard or go home. The mixtape featuring M Strange, MOE, Jadon Omega, XR Beats, No Cap Trey, and I Look. This project was supposed to come out last year, but we've been grinding all year long, so it's a perfect time for it to come out. And it was part of a contest that I put on in early 2020. So I'm happy and excited for it. A lot of good music on there. It's an EP, and we got more to come going into next year. So, like I said, this is gonna be my last broadcast for the year. So check us out everywhere. Google me, Skrilltown MO. We got a lot of things coming for 2022. Shout out to Daffy Doc. Shout out to XR Beats for signing that multi-year management contract with Skrilltown MO Music, Management, and Consulting. And like I said, everybody that tuned in, we really appreciate it. And we are out. One love, y'all. Happy New Year's.
Drop out in my prime like Amazon Pay. Netflix and chillin' got me thinking about you all day. You saying he's your best friend, someone to text friend. Soon as I become your ex, he'll become the sex friend. Don't make yourself look less than playing these silly games. Instead of speaking the truth, you repeating lies to my face like,
I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying.
Je rêve de toi, encore une fois, rien que tes pas, juste pour moi. Je rêve de toi, encore une fois, rien que tes pas, juste pour moi.